All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Cuz Cuzzo Podcast. You got your hosts. Got Nate in the building.
Yep, co-host, Coach Wilson.
Yes, sir, and you know what it is. So, actually, it's been a very live day. I ain't gonna lie. It is now August 2nd. We've gotten some news that have transpired overnight.
Yep.
We'll get a little bit into that in terms of Kelsey Plum moving over to Phoenix.
Yep.
We got some dogs over here now. Good thing. But we will start off with the person that we kind of waiting on. But yeah, a lot of moves that have been happening. But we're gonna start off with the mega, and in terms of here, the person we've been waiting to hear from, I think the most. Like honestly, what has been going on with LeBron James? And we finally got a move.
Yep.
What happened, cuz?
Big move. LeBron James signs a 2-year deal to head to Philadelphia 76ers, which kind of goes right into some of the forecasting that some of these people had in terms of some of the loaded teams that could have been with LeBron that was included with it. So, big time move. I think it's something that could.
I don't think a lot of people expected it. Even though it was in the options, I don't think a lot of people expected him to actually choose Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And it's very dope, just because, I mean, obviously for the city of Philly is going to be amazing, but seeing someone in, I don't think I'm not even going to say I don't think, I know. I never thought I was going to be able to see LeBron James in a Sixers jersey. That's crazy.
I knew it was more of a possibility. It was either there or the Warriors. I didn't think that he was going to go back to
I mean, if you're talking about now, I'm talking about just period. LeBron James in a Philadelphia 76ers jersey, like that just sounds crazy to me.
I get it. But yeah, I thought it was more so than, I mean, especially with the Clutch Sports ties. You got 3 or 4 of the members of his, organization, friends.
Tyrese Maxey is a member of Clutch Sports. I mean, hell, Nick Nurse is a member of Clutch Sports, and he's the head coach. So there's definitely some ties over there.
Being tied to it, I think that plays a huge factor. And then being able to go over there and make, fit in and be dominant from the beginning, and then also be able to make some moves. Obviously LeBron has been notorious for being able to do some front office moves and things like that throughout the course of his career and moving the needle when he sees fit. Not to go completely off topic, but don't be surprised if we see a couple big moves because of this.
In terms of what?
In terms of the trades, in terms of some of the big pieces going.
You mean happening in Philly, or you mean just
100%?
I mean, we saw KCP go ahead and sign the one deal over there. It's something small, but they need you.
It's significant, but I'm talking about within this big five that they have. I think there's going to be probably a major.
So you think Joel Embiid?
I think Joel could be on the chopping block.
I'm about to say this is the time. This is the time to say it now. Go ahead and make your mark. You think Joel Embiid is gonna be moved?
I think he can be on the chopping block. I think his days are limited in terms of like, all right, if you're gonna give us this, you're gonna give us this. If you're not, then I think we go ahead and ship you out. And I think I think him going to Philly signifies like, all right, cool, I can make a lot of these.
It's a little bit of an acceleration on that. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think you're the only things like that. Like I've heard it around a couple of times, and not even just from LeBron coming, but the fact that Joel Embiid hasn't played half of his career. Like, like that also plays a heavy factor in terms of like, can we even continue to sign this man for an extension if he can't play?
That is a portion of it. I think also of basketball terms, you got to look at the style of play too. Like when you got these guys, VJ Edgecombe, you got Brown, you got all of these different guys that can play in space and play off of each other, and they're high IQ guys. You got to talk about. Again, we talked about it before. When you look at what happened in that Knicks series with the Sixers and how much Joel was a liability, even healthy
because of
on
injuries,
the defensive front. Yeah, but he hasn't been himself. It ain't even just injuries. I think he's just a liability on the defensive side of the floor.
When he's healthy, I mean, I do believe that he is a very impactful defensive player, especially in the paint. I mean, like I said, that's when he's healthy. We haven't seen him be healthy in a very long time, but I mean, to each his own. I do believe that injuries have a heavy part to play into the terms of why he just is the way he is now. And if he wasn't so injury prone, I think it would be a completely different story. Because even then, he is completely injury prone. Like he is the definition of injury prone now. And I think there's still I wouldn't say a heavy amount, but there's still that piece of Philly that has Joel Embiid is. He played through toughness, you know what I mean? Like, I said a small part. I ain't gonna say it's big.
Yes and no. I mean, I don't think to me, I don't think, even if he plays 70 games, 65, 70 games, I just still think there's a spot of concern.
At this point in time, I think it's too late. We've already gone through the process for, 11 years now? So, yeah, I think it's a little too late for us to be like, you know what, hey, we see 70 games now. Like, nah, it's kind of the telltale.
We don't need him. You don't need him to. That's what I'm saying. You're missing that part, is that you don't need him to play 70 games. I don't even think you need him to play 50, but I'm talking about when it gets to the playoffs and it gets to the nitty-gritty, I think he's still going to continuously be a liability, but based on how the bigs move and how things are rotating and how these coverages are defensively and how things are getting mixed up, I think he's going to continue to be a liability. I don't think regular season, you don't need him. You don't really need you.
But that's my point, though, is in terms of the whole situation with injuries. The fact that you're saying that you don't need him in the regular season, you do need a player in the regular season. You need to be able to build that consistency with the team. And I mean, of course, we're talking about the pros now. They know how to turn on and off the switch.
You need him, but you don't need him for 70, 60, 70.
I'm not saying you need that, but you need a player that's going to be healthy. And the reason that he's such a liability is because he can't move. His knees are shot. This man is literally
correct.
walking.
So again, that's my whole point, is like, all right, cool, we're going to go into the playoffs with this guy that's going to be a liability consistently, or are we going to go ahead and package him up? If we wait these 20 games and make him to All-Star break and say, hey, we got him on a trading block, this is his highest value that it's probably going to be, while he's next to these guys. If he's not making any noise right now, let's go ahead and get this guy out of here. It's just that simple. Like, I'm not going to hold on to him and hope and pray that he's going to show anything different than he showed in the past out of here. Like, these guys just got blown out by 30 or 40. Correct me if I'm wrong. They got blown out by 30 or 40 by the Knicks. And he had 35.
The Knicks had a generational run. Yes.
But he had in that game, again, my point, he had 35, 11, and about 8 or something like that. It was almost a triple-double. And he looked great, but guess what? Everybody else around him did not look great. You know why? Because he couldn't play off of everybody else and how fast the pace was with Etchcombe and all of those guys. Now it gets faster. Now the IQ goes up a little bit more. So I think. And
I think this is just a snowball effect, because there's so many things that are wrong with Embiid that we can continue to kind of pile onto. The simple matter of the fact is he's too injury prone to rely on, and that is the reason. That, I believe, is the big reason as to why he may not stay in Philly. Now, I'm not saying that I think he's going to be traded. That's a good point, and I would say that I'll leave that to you.
I'm sticking to that. I think he's going to be gone.
But I think if he is going to go, that would solely be the reason, is because this man, we can't rely on him. He can't stay healthy, and the reason that it's getting pushed so fast now is because LeBron James is here.
Correct.
Like, now, coming into that, going from LeBron James, this man made $53 million last year in Los Angeles. He is now going into a $3.9 million payout this year for the contract, and finishes out with his $8 million for the 2 years. Huge, huge is an understatement as to what this actually is. Like, this man took an enormous pay cut, obviously for certain reasons. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's setting up for something bigger. We all know that LeBron has always wanted to own his own NBA team. So I think him doing this, obviously on the forefront in the short term of now, I think it looks, the league is probably not happy about it in terms of the Players Association and things like that, of just like, all right, this superstar caliber player, this guy that moves the needles, this guy that sells jerseys and all of those different things, he now takes this enormous pay cut. It doesn't look good on the surface, but I think in the long term, what he's doing is valuing and actually progressing his relationships with the NBA. I think it helps when he's trying to literally retire. I think he'll end up, this is just my take on it, I think it'll go a long way with some of the franchise owners and things like that for when he's trying to get the move to get to Vegas or one of these expansion teams later on down the line. I think that's what it is. I think it's a chess move.
So you think? I'm not fighting that optic there. That's a good point to have. Yeah. In terms of here, do you think it is more so of that rather than him wanting another ring? Like, do you think it is more so him trying to actually move up into the ownership and get into the front office? Because obviously everybody else thinks he's ring chasing. So that's why I was more so like, what are your thoughts on this, and how do you feel?
If he was really, really ring chasing, he would have jumped his ass to the San Antonio or OKC.
They didn't want him
here.
San Antonio didn't want him.
No, OKC was on call though. They were on docket. San Antonio didn't, but OKC definitely picked up the phone when they called from based on that. So I think if he was ring chasing, I think it would have been. I think he truly does want to maximize these last couple years with this, and then obviously
Jaylen Brown is obviously a big. And
when you have a roster like this, every day you're gonna naturally just get. It's no wasted it's no wasted. For those of you that coach or play, like there's no wasted opportunities here.
Right.
You're gonna come in the gym and somebody gonna push you.
No, I mean,
every
yeah,
single day. And I think that's what he wants.
And even then, like I was saying, I was excited for this type of move for LeBron to come to Philly because I'm a fan of VJ. I'm a fan of Tyrese. I've been a fan of Tyrese Maxey, and I think it really is gonna help those dudes excel in terms of just not even like performance, but IQ in the game and how they would exactly see it. Because this man is he can still give you 25 a game. The fact that he can do that at what he's going to be 43 this year.
Yep.
Excuse me if I'm wrong off a year. I know it's going to be at least 42, but in terms of that, that's just ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous. But I think that's a great move, man.
I think the biggest thing that they're going to have is the Jaylen Brown, LeBron thing. I think you can say what you want. I think that's going to be the biggest ticket. If there's any question marks, if you take away Embiid, you take away all of those different things, I think Jaylen Brown and LeBron got to get on the same page in terms of all of that. Them coming out and saying, hey, we're going to play a lot of LeBron at the one, I know that probably ruffles some feathers already right there with Jaylen.
Well, I mean, even then, I don't think Jaylen Brown is, I mean, it's Tyrese Maxey's team, so Tyrese definitely should be running the one anyway. Obviously, with certain lineups, you can have LeBron. LeBron can run anything, so I'm not saying.
Maxey is better off
at the two
ball. Yes,
yeah, I like him at the two, too.
By far. I mean, this dude off the ball shot 40% from the three-point line.
I like him at the two as well.
Him being off the ball is tremendous. I think Edgecombe is going to be the X factor. Obviously.
Where I was trying to get to with this is, I think people are, and I think this goes for the league as well. Like, because I've been hearing just too much talk about it. Everybody's shifting the attention too much on LeBron. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's LeBron James. I completely understand who this is. When he retires, we're going to see all this and his structure and his stature of the league. But for instance, Jaylen Brown. Have you seen an introductory conference of Jaylen Brown?
No, not yet. I think it will come. I think all of those things will come. You still got media day and things like. We're far away from.
And that's another thing too, is that and I don't mean to cut you off because I think I think the front office necessarily is waiting for the introductory conference. I mean, like you had said, something that's cooking up. I think something big is going to happen.
Yeah, they're going to do something. They're going to make a big deal out of it. Both of them coming. I mean, it'll be something. You know how Philly is, but yeah, I think those are your X factors with Edge coming in and how he's going to play. I think it could be a make or break with him in terms of all right, I got an opportunity to really learn and develop and grow, and if he's okay with guarding and things like that. But yeah, I mean that roster, what you got, I think the missing piece, if I'm saying anything, is just I think they need another big behind. I think they need to go find. It's not a lot out there in free agency, but I think they need to find someone serviceable to go behind.
They lost Drummond.
Yeah, because right now they got the other big, kind of a stretch four coming off the bench with them. So
the one they just signed.
The one they just signed. And
drawing a damn blank.
So you got a good group, a great group, if I'm saying that here with Simmons. Anthony Simmons coming off the bench. Justin Edwards is one of those dudes that's going to be a killer.
Anthony Simmons was a great signing, and I still can't believe I'm drawing a blank.
Shout out to Justin Edwards coming out from Imhotep. He's straight out of Philly, a guard. He's going to be a killer forward coming out of there. But Dean Wade is another one that's playing that stretch.
That's who I was talking about. Dean Wade. I don't know why I run into that little free block.
He can play center. He can kind of go. Yeah, he can go back and forth. So he can play the center. He can play the forward. But they have to have.
I like Dominic Barlow too. Yeah. I think he's a nice little rotation.
Gotta have somebody behind Embiid that's at least decent. Again, I said it jokingly, but I'm so serious. Y'all better call Jared McGee. JaVale McGee. Better call him. Hey, listen, man. He might not. I don't know if he's officially retired yet.
Nah.
But hey, that is a bargain. It's a dude that'll come in and do what he needs to do.
The last team that JaVale McGee played for was the Beijing Ducks.
Hey, man, go get him.
Chinese Basketball Association. So I do believe that JaVale McGee is available.
Go get him.
I think he's a little old, but hey, you know what I mean? He is hitting almost 40.
Yeah.
But in regards to the whole situation with the Sixers, I still have some questions for Jaylen Brown. I think it was an amazing move, but Jaylen Brown didn't choose to be in this situation. He obviously wants to have his own team. What do you think that this is going to do for that? You think this is going to turn sour, or do you think we can actually amend this this little crack that's going on.
I don't think it's happening because I don't think any of that has to do with LeBron. I think that has to do with, like you said, that's Maxey. You know, Maxey came in, he was there. He had the keys to the car, and I think that's a conversation and a debate and kind of a competition that has to happen with Maxey, not LeBron. I think people are I'm looking at Jaylen Brown.
I'm only saying that because of the attention that LeBron has had. But
I'm looking at Jaylen Brown and LeBron from a chemistry perspective. Like, in them,
they will work. They could work.
Yeah, but they both feel like they're the smartest guys basketball-wise on the court. So there will be some confliction there. But in terms of
smart asses making that.
Yes, but in terms of whose team it is and all of those things, that's a Maxey Brown conversation that I think really needs to be had.
It's for sure Maxey's team.
Yeah, and he needs to be okay with that. Like, because it's not. You know what I mean? There's going to be times where he closes it out. There's going to be times where Maxey closes it out. But
which is going to look it's going to look a lot different than the Brown Tatum thing. Because it was more so like, you get it, I get it. Which I hope they don't try to do. I think Nick Nurse has a better plan than that. Thinking about Mazzulla, I can't stand Joe Mazzulla, bro. I think great coach, but his game plan, his game style, I just can't agree with. Yeah. But that's getting off topic. I'm just saying, in terms of the whole Jaylen Brown thing, I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I think that it is something to kind of look at to see if there is gonna be anything that can kind of turn sour there. So. You know what I mean? This is just some things that we kind of think about, some things we want to say, and obviously being, you know what I mean?
Overall, I mean, you have a potential championship contender. Like, I mean,
it's in the East,
yeah,
sure.
You got the East.
If it was in the West, it would not be there.
When we
I'm sorry.
Bottle it all together about the free agents, the pickups, the trades from the Sixers. I mean, they had a great offseason, and now they put themselves in prime position to go up and compete with the Knicks and be able to see if they can actually dethrone them. Like, I mean, I think they have enough. If they can get the chemistry right and if they can stay healthy with everybody, including LeBron, I think they're going to put themselves in prime position to make a run come April and May, you know. So we'll see, man. It's exciting. We finally got it done, though. I'm just glad it's done, and we get to figure out who the hell we watching on Christmas and all of that stuff, and who's going to be on opening night. Like, make it easy, NBA. Please don't mess this up. Just don't mess this up. This schedule.
It'll be exciting. Do you think Anthony Davis is going to stay in Washington?
That's a great question. I don't know. He got his money. That's all he was worried about, ladies and gentlemen. He was worried about his money. That's part of the reason why when the trade rumors was coming down about Anthony Davis going to Golden State with a package with LeBron and things like that, he was waiting. It was actually closer than we thought per Shams and things like that. But however, it had a lot of it was a holdup because of the extension. I don't think Golden State was willing to give him that money.
They're looking past Steph Curry right now.
And then when you're talking about that, that's a 4-year. You're talking about a 4-year extension. I wouldn't, if I'm Golden State, I'm trading for him, but I'll take the 2 years. I'm not going to give you 4 years on top of that. So I think in that case, I think he ends up staying. Now, how far he makes it, I don't know. With AJ up there, you know, like it's a youth movement too. I think it's a balance. Trae Young is still young, even though he's hurt. He's still fairly young. So you got AJ, Trae Young. You got a couple other young dogs over there. Like listen, Anthony Davis is gonna have to show up. Like he's gonna have to be there. If not, then I think you got maybe a year or two out of him, and then it's a wrap. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think if he isn't able to pull out of whatever this stunt is in Washington, just hang up the towel. Mm-hmm. He already got his ring.
He got his money. He got plenty.
He got the paycheck.
How he's been able to parlay 5 different contracts with, I think, upwards of 150 million plus, like, is baffling to me with his history and injuries and things like that. I mean, I know you can't teach his size and athleticism and his skill set on the perimeter, but man, like, I mean, he has parlayed. He has fought through and got these contracts, and he's got another one from the Wizards.
And he's also a clutch agent, I'm pretty sure.
There you go. Yeah, hey, man.
Rich Paul know what he's doing,
Rich
dog.
Paul.
He know what he's doing.
Crazy.
We kind of went over into it with Steph Curry. Like, I just want to kind of give off a quick thought. What are your thoughts on Joe Lacob, the owner, kind of saying that, you know what, we may prioritize in regards to going, you know, past Steph Curry's time. Like, Steph, I'm sorry. Obviously, Steph is, you know what I mean, he's definitely getting up there in terms of age.
Yeah.
I also think exactly he's 37. Let me go ahead and make sure that is correct, because I don't want to be incorrect.
Yep.
38. There you go. Off a year. So yeah, in terms of there, I mean, I know he's 38, but is he not still playing like a top notch?
He is, but now it's starting to get kind of like with LeBron, like, you know what I mean? You're not sure with his health wise. I mean, he's got a lot of mileage, and his style of play is a big factor in it. Like, I mean, he's a really big off the ball mover, you know, with his pace. Obviously, the shooting ability is never going to go anywhere, but how he plays and what he needs to do, and he has the ball in his hands, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot of work.
But my thing is that, like, as owners, as just being a sports fan, being a player itself, and knowing exactly how you're supposed to ride out if you've given your all into an organization. Yeah. Why is it coming to this? Like, why is it coming to the point where we have to talk about Steph Curry possibly being in another jersey when
business. It's business.
Hey,
it's
man.
business. I mean, we just did it with LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, where the Lakers finally had the.
LeBron has been in other places before.
I know,
brother.
but you look. I know you look past though, like all of the business with. We talk about it with AI. I mean, I think the only ones that we've seen recently where they've kind of let these superstars do their thing was Kobe. I think where the Lakers just kind of let him go off into the sunset. They extended him. Yeah, I mean, but there's a few, you know what I mean? But they extended Kobe and gave him money that they had no business giving him. And then they let him, they knew he wasn't healthy. You know, he rode off into the sunset. He was able to do his thing. But outside of that, there hasn't really been any superstars that have been able to kind of like just go off, get their extensions. Like, I mean, look at Giannis. Like, you know, we talked about it before with Giannis and, all right, do we want to extend him? Do we want to do this?
See, I think, I mean, there's like, that, but then again, like, there's also the simple, like, LA with Kobe, like, I mean, it's showtime. Like, it's LA, it is what it is.
But
with these other
Curry
teams,
has that impact, though. He has
that
same impact
1,000. I'm not saying that,
yeah.
but, like, it's also on the organization to bring in those, like with Giannis in Milwaukee, I feel like was a little different. Like, he wanted to retire a buck, but at the same time, he wanted to also be a contender. 100%. Milwaukee was making it known. I mean, I can't say that because they tried to do stuff and go after Dame, it just didn't work out. Yep. It sucks that it ended up being that way, but they like
great moves.
It just didn't work out that way.
The fact, I mean, they won. They did win a championship with him. Like, you know what I mean?
21 years.
We can't forget that. Like, they did.
I didn't.
And then I think they, like you said, they swung for the fences and went to go get Dame, like, and that didn't work out. So it's like, all right, well, how are we resetting this? Well, we can't reset it because we just gave up all of our draft capital and all of our leverage on all of these different things. And I think the Golden State
CBA is something else, man.
Yeah. I think Golden State is kind of in that position. Like, they're cap strong because of the deals that they made in the past.
What really put him in a bind, dog, was that Jimmy Butler ACL tear. I'm sorry, but like giving him that contract and having him come out like that.
Yeah, you still have him. You still have him on the books. So now it's like, all right, well, you make
for
that
another
trade.
2-3 years.
Yeah, like it's like, so now they cap strong, and now you got the roster that you have, and then. You know, segue into what we're talking about is now Draymond Green re-ups and he signs the deal that he opted out of, which is, if I'm correct, $27.4 million.
Get the exact number so we can be correct, but man,
like
it's.
Like,
hey man, get your bag, Draymond.
Yep.
Get your bag.
Yeah, so I
ain't got no words for that, bro.
Yes. So I mean that's a big.
For the ones that don't. All right, so I'm being really sluggish off of it. For the ones that really don't know, Draymond Green, so is it
27.6.
What was it?
$27.6 million.
$27.6 million for a one-year contract. Yeah. We had just said that LeBron James, I mean, granted, he took a huge pay cut, but he's signing for $4 million for 1 year. Oh. I mean, it's insane that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the hell the front office is doing in Golden State, bro. I truly don't know. They were obviously trying to cut. They haven't made any moves. They're damn near on the same state as New Orleans, bro. Like, I just, it boggles my mind a little bit. I'm a little frustrated by it just because I don't like to see Steph Curry go out that way.
To sum up what Cuz is saying, I mean, like, when you break down the numbers, I'm looking at the actual numbers. Like, so now you got 3 guys that are pretty much taking up a good portion of the cap percentage of your team. So now
at least 35%.
Well, Draymond's got 17% of your cap, and then
I was going to say 40. But I didn't want to be too far off.
17% of your cap, and then now you turn around and you got Jimmy Butler that has 19% of your cap, and then now you got Steph Curry who has a good majority of your cap. And no, that's 3 guys that are over the age of 30, 33, 34, 35, something 35. Like that. 35 that are over the age of 35 that you are leaning on franchise-wise in terms of like performance and things like that. And like he said, like, it's just what else are we doing as the league starts to move in the youth movement and tries to build their roster? You got these 3 guys that are there and one coming off of a ACL, the other one coming off of a decent injury, and then Draymond he was okay, but he's just getting older, and is limited on what he can do. So it's like, what are you waiting for? There have been rumors, obviously, that they're waiting for the big swing next year with Joker being a free agent.
You think they go for that?
And KD being a free agent. I can see it. You got those two guys. Those are the major players next year in free agency.
Yeah.
I can see it. If they can have, Steph hold on for a little bit, give him a little bit of money, not what Steph wants, but probably a 2 to 3 year deal, probably a 2 year with a player option, things like that. Mm-hmm. If you could say, all right, cool, we're going to swing for the last fence and we're going to go get KD or we're going to go get Joker to see if we can close it. I can see that. I can see why they didn't make a move and just said, all right, we're going to one up and just let all of this cap money fall off the books next year, which makes sense. Because with Draymond being a 1 year deal, him getting his money this year because we didn't sign anybody, then next year we can say, hey, if we're bringing you back, we only going to give you 8 or 10, and then now we can.
Which would be somewhat beneficial.
Correct.
Bro.
Yeah. So now you give him a little bit of pocket change now, and next year, hey, bro, that's a wrap. That's a done deal. That's not happening again. So I think that's probably the mindset of the Warriors, if I had to guess. But it just sucks because now you basically saying, hey, we're going to run it back this year with the same group, which we know what that looks like. We know what that movie looks like. And I don't think it's going to be tough. And, now you got to convince Steph, like, hey, we got to get through this. Because you more than likely could be a lottery team. So,
not to mention, Steve Kerr did sign a multi-year contract extension as well.
Which was shocking to me.
It was, but that's like, so this is Draymond's last year. They still have Steve Kerr, I think, for another 2 years. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Golden State. I don't want to think too hard about it. It's going to make my head hurt. But it's confusing to me. I'm not gonna lie, because it doesn't make sense.
Steve Kerr signed the
bring Klay Thompson back. Fuck it, why not?
Might as well. You got these free agents that are out there. Steve Kerr signed a 2 year extension, for $17.5 million per year. So he'll be there with them through the 2027-2028 season. So I don't know exactly what their plans are, but hopefully they, like you said, they get Steph something so that he can kind of end off in the right way. I think it would be beneficial to them if they did that, but you never know. See what happens.
That is true. Business is business, I guess you can kind of say. With this new CBA, man, you never know what's going to go. Because I tell you time and time again, I never thought I would see Luka Doncic in a Lakers jersey. I will say it until it is, I don't know, man. That's crazy. But, we'll kind of continue with the NBA, but go on to the women's side. Like we said that we were going to cover. This morning, like I had mentioned from before, we had gotten woken up with some crazy news. Kelsey Plum, I did not think I was ever going to see her in a Mercury jersey as well. That's Kelsey Plum in Phoenix. Granted, she is going to be a free agent next year. So hopefully with this type of trade and in regards to that, they ended up giving off a first round pick, 2027, and a second round for 2028, along with Monique Makami. So what do you think?
We talked about it a little bit before we aired here. I think you get a dog. I think you get a proven veteran. I think you get something that you need. I just don't think it's enough, unfortunately. I think they got a lot more other problems that are going on with the roster that I've seen throughout the course. I watched a lot of WNBA this year. Last year I watched a lot, but I'm really, really watching. I'm pretty much tuned in every day. And if I'm not able to watch it live, I'm able to re-up and watch it back. So, but yeah, man, I think they got a lot more problems than just that. But I think they do bring in another leader that they need. They bring in another scoring punch that they need behind that roster, and I think it helps. It definitely helps. I just don't think that it's enough, unfortunately. From them trying to get back to where they were, which was just last year in the finals against the Aces. When you look at that roster, what they compiled with the depth and the experience and all of those different things, I think that's what they're missing from this roster here. But I'm dead, man. I ain't gonna sit up here and say I ain't happy to see her in Phoenix.
They got some dogs out here. DeWanna Bonner, you know what I mean? We got Kalea Copper, native. Alyssa Thomas, definitely got some dogs out here. But a few more tweaks and peaks will definitely get us on the hump because it was not looking good to start off the season.
No, and it's still not. It's really shaky. It's really, really shaky. So, I think they got a lot of work to do with that bench. If they can, And they gave up a lot. Like, I mean, right now they're sitting at a number 11.
For somebody that they don't know if it's going to be returned or not.
Yeah. I mean, 11-19 overall record. I don't know if she's going to sign an extension, but you're far away from. Yeah, you hope.
You hope so. Because if not,
they gave up. Well, what they just gave up.
Because a first round pick, a second round pick for next year, for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And like it's just that's a lot for somebody that you don't know is going to be.
Considering you might be in the lottery because of the way the season is going. You just gave up that first round pick that probably could swing things because there's a lot of killers that's coming in next year.
Yeah.
A lot of them, especially some coming out of USC and South Carolina and things like that. I mean, that draft and WNBA draft like next year is loaded.
Facts.
So I'm like, for you to give up a first round pick and a second round pick to how deep the draft is with the WNBA next year. Oh man, listen, it has to be some type of handshake or mutual agreement that she's gonna sign an extension here. She's getting up there. I would hope and assume that she's probably gonna say, hey, I'm gonna finish it out here and probably retire, and then that would be it. So yeah, man, I just see.
Dang.
We'll see.
We will see.
We'll see. But yeah, I mean, WNBA is looking. It's been great. It's been great basketball. You know what I mean? Things like that. I just watched the Aces. Yeah, I know. I watched the Aces yesterday, and boy, oh boy, like I mean.
Hell, even that Mercury and Liberty game I was texting you about yesterday. That game was going to the wire almost as well.
Yeah. That was a good one. Hey, listen. That Sydney Taylor, man, out of Chicago, killer dog. I mean, she hit the buzzer beater yesterday against the Aces. I think she had around like 25 points. She's a rookie coming in, killer. I'm excited to see her development and progression in the NBA.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah. I don't know if she's rookie of the year. She might be. She's close.
Olivia Miles.
She's close. Oh, Olivia Miles for sure. She's I mean, it's nothing you can do with this. Like, just to watch her today. Like, I watched her earlier today as they played. And it's just nothing you can do with this chick, man. I mean, she plays so fluid, so free, so calm, so under control, and she reads the game so well. It's just hard to deal with her.
You tell she's been playing with dudes, bro.
Man, like, good luck. Good luck stopping her. Now that Nafisha Collard is back, like, you know what I mean, she's healthy. She's looking like herself a little bit out there. I mean, they got a really a 1-2-3 punch that can really compete with the Aces. It can compete with the Minnesota Lynx. And I think you got some. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting for sure. The Aces piss me off because they can't hold water. Y'all need to finish games. Y'all killing me. They still doing well, but they need to finish the games that matter. And I think yesterday was a perfect example.
It's not about how you start, it's about how you finishing. Y'all have not been finishing.
Finishing games. Against Chicago, that was nasty work. Yeah.
All right, cuz we are back. NFL's training, you know what I mean? NFL training camp. We have all teams finally active. Man, oh man, we have been waiting for the NFL to finally come back, bro.
Yes,
I'm very excited. How you feeling?
Man, super excited. This is the last Sunday we will not have football. I am excited about
Hall of Fame game is next week.
Something next week. It don't matter what it is. Something next week.
For real,
I'm just excited about that, to have some type of football back, man. And just I'm tuned in. I'm locked in.
Of course, and we here for y'all. We gonna get y'all tuned in. We gonna get y'all excited. Give y'all insight. In terms of we'll kind of dig a little bit deeper into it. For the 49ers, obviously, we have some big news. Debo Samuel did come back. And Ricky Pearsall, unfortunately, is going to be out with a season-ending injury. They're going to have to get some surgery on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His knee and PCL injury ended up getting torn. So, I mean, that's
crazy.
Rest up, brother. But
dig a little bit into Debo, though, cuz, 1 year, $7 million total contract, reported signing bonus of $15.43 million for the remainder of the base salary. Obviously, he comes back to a familiar face and a familiar place of where he was. I'm pretty sure this might be the last hurrah, this year or next year. But I think he's still got a little bit more gas left in the tank. You know what I mean? It might not be a lot for some people, but I think he does. I think he'll. Obviously, I don't think he'll get them over the hump or anything, but I think he definitely will be able to be a little bit of a factor this year.
Now, excuse me, I'm not going to disagree with you. I think he does have a little bit left in the tank. However, I think his style of play is really what kind of digs him down. Because, not only is he that's certainly, like, I guess you can kind of call him a wideout, but this man runs the ball like no other. Like, he's everywhere on the football, which, I mean, is great. You would love to see a football player that can get active like that, but in terms of the wear and tear on your body, I mean, it's definitely getting there. And in the professional NFL, man, they always say it's the big boys league for a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Travis Hunter ain't playing dual in terms of both sides of the field anymore. Yeah, like, it's a lot, man.
It's a toll, man.
It's a lot.
It takes a toll. And, I mean, not even just from physical, but the mental perspective, too.
Yeah, that's a big point of it. That's a big part of it.
You know, you're going into multiple meetings as a professional player and things like that. You know, you're having to keep track of the entire
multiple playbooks, you know what I mean?
Man, deal with different coaches.
Calls. Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot that's packaged into it. So, I mean, you got to think about that. And then a lot of these guys with the, you know, with the CTE and things like it now you doing that, it just doubles or triples with
the possibility of it happening. And the last thing you want to do to yourself, especially being so young, is put your, and we're kind of going on to Travis Hunter, saying why he isn't playing dual spots to both sides of the ball. It's a lot, bro. And you definitely don't want to put yourself in a predicament being that young to where you can ruin your career because you wanted to do something that can never be done.
100%.
And there's a reason that it's not being done. It's not the fact that it's impossible. It's just not smart. It's not logically, you know what I mean? There's no point in doing it, you know what I mean? Just pick a side and we'll definitely get to there. But going on to Deebo Samuel, I mean, I think he does have a little bit still left in the tank, but I mean, I would agree with you. I think this is his last hurrah. I mean, I think a lot of people are probably, they're not too appeased with Deebo Samuel, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have a big name in the market. He is definitely back into a familiar place with a familiar face in a familiar place, but I don't have really any. I mean, hey, he's back in San Fran. The first thing I thought of, to be honest with you, when I saw that is, remember when he was going through those contract negotiations with San Fran, and he was like, "I'm not coming back. I'm not going to be here." That's the first thing I thought of when I saw that. So I was like, I don't think too much of it. Congrats that you back in San Fran.
That's why you never burn bridges, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you keep the relationships that you have, because you never know. You never know when somebody's gonna need you or you need somebody. So just be cognizant of that.
And that's a little life lesson. You know what I mean?
It's you know, here we all learn the hard way.
You never know. You never know.
Never know.
So even if things don't roll your way, or, you know what I mean, it's not something that you're looking for, that's okay. You know what I mean? Not everything is for everybody, but that doesn't mean you have to burn the bridge. So just keep that in mind. But hey, the NFL is here. So, I mean, in regards to here, finally, we can talk about something about the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett finally came to an agreement with his deal, man. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, Cuz?
Oh, man, I mean, Arizona Cardinals re-signed Jacoby Brissett to a new contract for what Cuz was saying, you know, a reworked one-year deal for the 2026 season, worth $15.5 million guaranteed, with the potential to get all the way up to $21 million with incentives. Obviously, he's an unrestricted free agent next year. He's kind of that gap quarterback that they're looking at. You know what I mean? He filled in for Murray when he was injured, and then now he's obviously trying to get them through this bridge gap of figuring out if these young guys that they drafted and behind him are gonna equal out, or are they gonna step up and kind of rise up. So I think them reworking it is kind of a pro and a con. I think obviously they get some safety net for this year. But then at the same time, it's like you're paying a lot of money to a guy that I think might end up sitting on the bench by the end of the season.
I was just about to ask, do you think they have him as like a mentor type of role to Carson Beck, or do you think they're even entertaining Carson Beck?
I think it's a little bit of both. I just don't think Carson Beck is not that guy. Like, he's not the wow you guy. Like, he's not gonna. He needs pieces. He was like that in college. Like, you know, he had great weapons around him, and he did what he needed to do, and that's okay. Sometimes that's what you need. He's a serviceable quarterback. I just don't think he's your franchise-changing quarterback that you're gonna say, oh yeah, we can go in and we're just gonna let all of these guys go and we're gonna rock out with Beck. I don't think Beck is that.
And for anyone that does not know, Carson Beck did sign his rookie year deal, 4 years with about $7.4 million for his contract. So that's the reason I asked about the whole mentor thing, because obviously they signed Brissett to a 1 year. They had negotiations in terms of just really not wanting to pay him that much. So it raises some eyebrows, I guess you can kind of say again. And
I mean,
we'll kind of see what happens from there.
They did what the NFL is notorious for doing, which is the incentive package. Like, I mean, hey, if he makes NFL Pro Bowl or All Team or throws an amount of completions, then it'll start to go up. So, I mean, they saved themselves some cap space and things like that for doing that. But, I mean, hey, they did what they needed to do. They made sure that they had somebody in the helm right now. And if Beck shows up and he shows out, then obviously I think, again, Brissett will be behind him. But if he doesn't, then at least they'll get into this pocket, which again, which leads me into something that's a little bit off topic, but on topic. Is the same team. You use that first round draft pick to draft a running back who I think will be good, but do I think, is that what you needed? No. Like, I mean, if anything, hey, I'm gonna shore up the offensive line. I'm gonna shore up the defensive line. I'm gonna get myself a secondary. I'm probably not gonna go quarterback because there wasn't any quarterbacks.
It wasn't a good class for it.
Not where they were picking.
Right.
But I damn sure thought that there was some great offensive linemen and some great defensive linemen that they could have.
And with that being said, like, Cuzzo makes a great point, man. Just because that was one of the biggest struggles of the Cardinals for as long as I can remember. Is the fact that they don't have an O-line.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big reasons why they don't have a franchise quarterback anymore. I mean, Kyler Murray obviously was undersized. Let's not get it twisted. But at the same time, he didn't have the line to protect him.
Correct.
That plays a big part. You can't, like, you know what I mean? You can only work with what you got.
Correct.
And
you have two decent running backs already there. Like,
that's what I was about to say as well. Like, it didn't make sense.
Yes, they have a great running back room, I thought. Like, I mean, yes.
At least in my eyes, it didn't make sense.
This is typical Cardinal behavior in my eyes. Like, I mean, where they're just like, hey, we're just gonna go ahead and do this, and it ends up not working out. And like I told y'all before in the last pod, if y'all all pay attention, just bring them damn ticket prices down, because y'all are not Super Bowl contenders. Y'all are not even playoff contenders. So let's go ahead and bring them prices down to where they're reasonable for us.
Like, not to mention, like, yes, I don't think they really should have drafted Jeremiah Love in terms of my opinion, his opinion, because they didn't need him. You do have Connor coming back. Like, obviously, yes, he has some concerns with his injuries, but Jeremiah Love's contract is huge. 4 years for $53 million. He's one of the highest paid running backs ever.
Tyler Algier was another veteran signing that they had for 2 years.
Big power back.
$12.2 million that they signed him for. And you had James Conner behind him, and then you had Trey Benson, who had a solid year. I thought was on the up and coming.
I like Trey Benson.
Yes, he's a veteran, but he's on the third. He was like on that third team. He was like third and second, and then when they got hurt, he moved up.
But he's a proven back though. Like, not saying obviously I'm not saying he's one of the starting backs, but in terms of giving him touches, he's proven to get touches.
Their running back room was already solidified, I felt like, and then now you just add, all right, cool. Now Jeremiah Love is like, all right, it's great. I don't think he's a generational guy where you're like, oh shit, I have to pick him at this pick, you know what I mean? Obviously, some teams, the NFL scouts and things like that, they go off of talent versus what their needs are. And if you look at it from the Cardinals' perspective, I think they were just drafting the most talented player, if that makes sense. In their eyes, I think. Like, it's just like, who's the most talented player on the board left? Let's go ahead and grab him. Like, and I think that's what it did kind of look like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that to me, that's what it looked like. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like. Hey, who's the most talented? This guy's the most talented. He's the most game changer. He might be the potential to be a franchise guy. And I think they just went and got him instead of saying, hey, this is what we need. We're really trying to build. So.
Now, I mean, looking at the Cardinals' schedule, it's not an easy one. They have the Lions they're going against. They have the Broncos. They got Seattle, which is obviously that's divisional. But, I mean, they got Kansas City. And, I mean, Kansas City we have some words for as well. Yeah. But it's not looking too good. They got L.A. Their division already is hard enough for them. And they have to see them twice a year. So that's like it's – but I mean, the Cardinals do have some weapons. They have Kendrick Bourne that just came over there now. They have Marvin Harrison still. They have Trey
McBride.
Thank you, McBride.
Trey McBride.
Trey McBride.
You have what? And see, that's my thing too. Is now just like when Cuz just read out the schedule here. That's all the more reason why you just saying, hey, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna let my young dogs go. I'm gonna let my young dogs go. I'm gonna let them go ahead and eat, and I'm drafting the offensive line. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this rookie or second-year quarterback out here. I'm gonna let him go, because more than likely you playing for a draft pick. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and you're not trying to play to lose, but at least you know you're trying to develop your talent and seeing what you got, so that, hey, come these next couple drafts where we know it's gonna be quarterback heavy, I can go ahead and still put myself in position to get a lottery pick. And if not, I'm at the very least, I know I'm developing my dogs, like my younger ones, and then I'm still keeping myself cap friendly where, hey, we got some cap space. If somebody else comes in and there's a trade or opportunity, we can go get it. Instead, you draft one mistake, you draft a running back here. 2 mistakes, you go in and you re-sign Brissett for the money that you re-signed him for. 3, you don't get any type of offensive line coverage or protection or secondary or anything like that, anybody that's worth talking about. So now you just 1, 2, 3 strikes. Hey, listen, you in for a season, and with this schedule, I ain't seen a win up there yet that he done said at all. I don't know where y'all winning any games. Like,
it's not looking bright. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, the Raiders. I'm sorry, maybe.
You got the Jets.
Maybe.
The Raiders,
and don't say you can't even
Saints
sleep
probably.
on them. Like, you can't even sleep on them. Like, you can't sleep on the
I like the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets. The Jets is solid. Like, so.
Who on the Jets is solid, boss?
I'm just saying, talent-wise, they still got some talent up there.
Who? Breece Hall?
Yeah, they still got some talent. I like the talent that they have. They got young talent.
They basically
They got rid of some of their. I mean, they got rid of Sauce.
They cleared house.
Yeah, but they cleaned house. But they still got some young. I think they're hitting the restart button, which is with the. I think they knew.
I could be sleeping.
Yeah, I think they knew that they're doing what I just said that the Cardinals should do, which is hit the restart button and let your young people just let them go.
You are right on that.
Like, I think that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, sure.
Like, they've came to reality of this ain't gonna be good. So let me go see if I can develop some guys and develop my coaching staff and my coaches and let them rock out.
I agree with that.
But good luck to y'all. I just, again, my only request, get them damn ticket prices down. Because we coming to see the Eagles.
Jeremiah,
We doing an episode out there in the tailgate, and I need for them prices got to come down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. Y'all better stay tuned because that tailgate episode
is going to be crazy.
Insane, bro.
Crazy.
Insane.
Crazy.
But we'll stay in tune for that. And that is going into what we will say next in terms of our Eagles. You know what I mean? The Birds, the real Bird gang. Now making Jalen Carter the highest paid defensive tackle of NFL history. 4-year, $152 million contract extension. I was very, very happy that we made this deal just because I could not see this man walk, man. If I was to see this man in another jersey next year, there was going to be some real tears coming out of my eyes, dog.
No, facts.
I'm excited to see this happen, and I don't want to dig too deep into the Birds because we don't want to make it too biased, but man, I'm excited for this year. It's going to be very exciting.
No, I'm super excited for this year. I mean, we got the cancers out of the locker room, you know what I mean, and we get to go we get to go out and do what we do and ball. I love the innovation that I'm hearing from the new offensive coordinator and what they're trying to do and how they're progressing.
I'm excited.
I think it's going to be a fun year, and we got all of the weapons and things like that to be able to progress. So I think we got the depth at the defensive side. We got the line, sealing up Jalen Carter, so he's not.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this can be y'all proving year if y'all want to. He's already had it plenty of times. Y'all got to get off my man Jalen Hurts back, and y'all know who I'm talking to.
Facts.
For the people that are watching this, and y'all some Jalen Hurts haters, and I know there are some watching this. Get off my man's back because I tell you what. I mean, I ain't even gonna dig into all the numbers right now, but like I said, until they have proven themselves to become a Super Bowl MVP,
I was about to say, that's the biggest thing,
man.
That's the biggest thing. I don't want to hear nothing. He is a winner. And
I will continue to say it until we have people like Justin Herbert make it, even in the NFL.
I saw some of the rankings of some of these guys, some of y'all NFL analysts and things like that, man. Some of y'all that have him at like 7 or 8 in the top 10 is crazy. Like hey, listen.
So, I mean, we'll dig into it because we're already on topic. So, obviously, the NFL has dropped the top 100 players that they do every single year. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I wasn't digging this ranking too heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was very questionable to say the least.
Yeah, we not, listen, the Justin Herberts, the Joe Burrows and things like that, don't sit up there and put them over Hurts.
I'm sick of that conversation,
Don't put them over
I'm really
Hurts.
sick of that conversation.
Be real, man. Be real. These dudes, don't use the justification, he's hurting. Listen, yes, and when he wasn't hurt, Joe Burrow still ain't show up when he needed to show up. I just watched this man throw 6 or 7 picks in a game. You tell me the last time the Hurts did that. Right? Yeah. Let me know. Let me know. So, don't sell me on that, man. And then Herbert is a good. Like these are all good quarterbacks.
Man,
Don't get it twisted.
Look,
but
man.
stop taking away, like Cuzzo said, stop taking away from this man's greatness and what he has done and how much of a winner he is. I'm not even talking about numbers. I'm talking about just when he is in pressure moments in big games and it's time for him to close it out, he gets it done. And he is a leader. He is consistent, and he is a winner. Stop taking away from what this man has done. Those other quarterbacks have not done it.
And I have a strong feeling.
Even to a certain extent, Josh Allen ain't get over the hump yet. And y'all keep putting him as the number one guy every single time. I don't know how. Until somebody knocks off Patrick Mahomes.
And look, like, for y'all that are saying that my cousin's bugging, like, nah, look, man, no, he's speaking facts because
snapping.
Look, if you want to put two of them against each other, sure, there are attributes that Josh Allen has that are better than Jalen Hurts. We're not saying that. We're saying when the time matters and when it's time to show up and make your team. Because what's the goal of this? Is the goal to become the top number one player of the top 100, or is it to get yourself a Super Bowl? It's to get yourself a Super Bowl, right? All right. So when it comes to the point, Jalen Hurts gets us to that mountaintop.
It don't matter if he got
your quarterback
throw for a touchdown or he didn't. The push. It don't matter how he did it. He got it done and he led. And then we keep putting again right now. Like he said, the top 100. They got it. Then Josh Allen keeps going right up there, like number one. Same thing with no disrespect. Lamar Jackson, another one. Come on, like these are dudes that have not finalized, have not got over that hump.
And you know what? We'll kind of dig into it right now. We'll make it known because we're gonna dig into a little bit of a segment that we
I had to vent.
Hey man, look, it's a hot topic, and like I was gonna kind of say, like I feel like this is gonna be a segment that we for some reason are gonna continue to talk about because we continue to have these haters. Look, y'all are haters at the end of the day. That's what it is. That's all it is.
Give that man his flowers, man.
Give the man his flowers, like you guys would anybody else, because I don't know why Joe Burrow has all the hype on him. I don't know why Josh Allen has all the hype on him. I don't even know why Lamar Jackson has all the hype on him if they can't get to that point.
Justin Herbert, crazy.
We said what we said, and we're going to stand by it, and you guys can go ahead and watch it happen as it unfolds this season. Yeah. But we will go into do y'all know who Will Levis is?
Maybe.
Hey,
maybe.
There's some out there that do know who Will Levis is.
Maybe a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know my NFL, so
go ahead. Tell him who Will Levis is.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of similar to Brissett. You know what I mean? In terms of, I think he's a younger version of Brissett in terms of the gap fillers and quarterbacks of the league. He's done his due diligence in terms of being consistent enough to where as though teams trust him to be able to fill in those gaps when there is a quarterback discrepancy or things like that. So I'm not gonna say I don't know the man. However,
and for y'all that don't know, he is a quarterback for the Tennessee Titans.
Yes, right now, yes, specifically, yes. However, right now, obviously, again, he's played 2 seasons in the NFL, and he's becoming that solid. Again, like I said, he's becoming that solid quarterback where it's like, all right, we can throw him in there. He might be able to
starting
fill
to get
the gaps.
A name for himself.
Yeah, and he not that guy, but. 2023 for said I think he had a 61 completion rating. He threw for about 3,800 yards. Things like he wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. 21 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. It's not bad. It's not terrible numbers. But where we're going at with this was because I brought it to Cuz's attention. He had no idea, by the way, but I heard it.
I did not hear about it.
I heard it yesterday. It went viral yesterday. I was scrolling through the Twitter, and he had to make it a point in the press conference after the camp that there's not 32 quarterbacks better than him in the league, and this is specifically what he said. I quote: "There are not 32 quarterbacks better than me in the league." Unquote. That's exactly his words based on what he said, which brings us to the conversation that we are having now in regards to quarterback. It segues us perfectly into this conversation because I want to know what you think, because in terms of this gentleman and his process, in terms of where you might rank him, and truly, he might have a story. Does he deserve a starting quarterback role in this league based on what he has done or what he could potentially do in the near future?
I think that's a very great question, and I do have my thoughts and opinions on this. First and foremost, I like the confidence. Like the confidence that he does have.
Shout out to
it's admirable. I don't think that he is being realistic. I mean, to say that there are not 32 quarterbacks out there that are better than you, you are supposed to be saying that when you're in that type of position. You're supposed to be saying that when you're in that
facts.
league. Now, we are the ones that are going to tell you that is essentially if it's correct or not.
Yep.
Or I mean, even give you our opinions essentially, because who are we to say that if it is correct or not? You know what I mean? All we're going by is what we see in the stats, because that's numbers do not lie. He said that there are not 32 quarterbacks that are better than him in the league that are starting right now. So we, as the Cuz Cuzzo Podcast, are going to go through all 32 quarterbacks. We are going to see if we agree that Will Levis will either be better than that quarterback or not, and we'll also leave it for you to decide as well.
Y'all go through and y'all do y'all checklist real quick. We ain't gonna go too long, but we're gonna go through as we go through the names, Cuz will go to the names, and we'll both give, our brief opinion on it.
And to kind of broaden onto what we were talking about with Jalen Hurts, like we're gonna go through in order of what NFL.com does have from in terms of their best quarterback,
tier
1 to 32. In terms of the starting quarterback. So we will see where Jalen Hurts lands in that ranking. And of course, hey, if it's true, it's true. You know what I mean? But we want to go ahead and further expose our points. So in terms of here,
tier number 1.
We do have the number 1 quarterback as of last year, Drake May. Do you believe that Drake May is, my apologies, do you believe that Will Levis is better than Drake May?
No.
Okay.
No.
Absolutely. I'm almost certain that everyone.
I'm not a huge Drake May fan. I don't think he should be up there in that tier 1 yet, but he is not bad. I mean, Will Levis is not. No.
Now, I'm gonna assume that everyone else watching this would agree, unless you are a Titans fan. And even then, like Cam Ward is your guy, so I would say no.
Correct.
Number 2, do you believe that Will Levis is a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford?
Hell no.
Thank you.
No, Jim.
Number 3, do you believe that Will Levis is a better quarterback than Justin Herbert?
No.
No. Josh Allen?
Nope.
Dak Prescott? And I hate the Cowboys, but
I closely want to say it just off of being petty. I just want to be petty, but no, he is not.
Like, we hate the Cowboys, but we're petty, also realistic.
Petty
Prescott, he's not. Jared Goff?
No.
I would say not as well. Trevor Lawrence? No. And I'm not even the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan, but he is not better than Trevor Lawrence.
Nope.
Daniel Jones had an amazing year last year, except for the injury. Of course, that does suck, but... Now, if you want to talk about Daniel Jones in New York, that is actually an argument. I guess you can kind of argue with that.
Yeah.
And I said he had a really good year. This man was ranked number 8 in terms of quarterbacks last year. So that's how great of a year he had.
I'll say no. Overall,
as of right now, no. But I mean, that I guess you can kind of dig a little deeper into that.
But now you're starting to get to the pause. I paused the year, but yeah. What you got?
Sam Darnold? No, he's not.
No.
Joe Burrow?
No.
I don't think so either. Jordan Love?
No.
I don't think he's better than Jordan Love. Patrick Mahomes?
No, come on. Don't even get,
Right, like, we can continue to go.
Tier number 3.
Right. He said he's not better than, there's no 32 quarterbacks that are better than him.
The top 2 tiers based on the NFL Network and NFL.com. All right. We're at tier number 3 right now, by the way.
We will continue to go, and we haven't hit Jalen Hurts.
I was about to say, y'all, there's a name out there that y'all did not hear, and we just went through the 2 tiers, and this is my debate. This is my issue.
Prime example.
This is my issue.
What we're talking about.
This is how they keep doing. This is how they keep doing. Our boy.
Hey man, I'm just saying. We haven't hit him yet, and we're on tier 3.
I'm just saying.
Ranking 13. Brock Purdy. No. I believe we said that, and no, he's not.
Nope.
Lamar Jackson.
No.
Obvious. Caleb Williams.
Nope.
No. Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, overall, no.
Baker Mayfield. No. Jalen Hurts.
All the way down there in tier 3 at quarterback number 5.
18, brother.
It's crazy work.
18. That's
no, he
crazy.
is not.
You're telling me there are 17 quarterbacks. You're telling me there's 17. Hey, this may be the bias coming out. I'm sorry. You're telling me there are 17 quarterbacks better than Jalen Hurts?
I ain't saying he's number 1. I'm just saying that.
Right. I ain't saying he's number 1. But you're telling me there's 17 quarterbacks better than Jalen Hurts. I'm just saying. Bo Nix. No. I told you we're going to go through all 32.
Tier number 4.
We are on to the 20th quarterback. So we've gone through 19, and we've said no, he's not better than. There was maybe one that was an exception, but as of this moment.
That was kind of like, a little shaky. Shaky.
That's if we're talking about the past, buddy.
Right.
It's not happening. C.J. Stroud.
No.
He hasn't been looking the best.
He has not. He has been trash truck juice, but he's still
trash truck juice.
He's still not.
I would say no still, but yeah, he has not been looking good. No. Bryce Young. No, I would say no either.
No.
Tyler Shaw.
That's tough.
That's where you can go, nigga, a little bit. Y'all know Will Levis. You might get there. You might get there.
That's where it's starting to.
And hey, Tyler Shaw obviously had a rookie year last year. It was New Orleans is not great, but Tyler Shaw isn't that. I mean, from what we've seen, he's not.
But he shows some
But
great.
then again, he's been training with Drew Brees this offseason. So hey, we gonna see what happens.
Flashes. We'll see what he does in his second year, and then we can compare him a little bit more to what Levis has already done going into his other years.
But coming into it, that's an argument, I guess you can kind of say. That's
again, another questionable.
That's a questionable mark. Jackson Dart.
No.
I would say that's a no.
Tier number 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Jacoby Brissett. No. I don't think so.
No,
I mean, I don't know about to you, but I don't think he's better than Jacoby. I like Jacoby.
I think Jacoby does what he needs to do, like we talked about earlier. So yeah.
And there's a reason that Cam Ward is the starting quarterback. So I think even the team thinks that Cam Ward is better. Geno Smith.
No.
Tua Tagovailoa.
See, this is where he might have a point. Like, you know what I mean? He might have a point.
Yeah.
Because again, Tua might be it, and it sucks because it's not his. You know, it's not
necessarily his fault.
It's not his fault. But he is going downhill as far as his production, as far as his everything as a quarterback, and I think this might be a make it or break it year for him if he gets the chance to do it. So yeah, I mean this is really.
And I mean, while we're here onto it, like I mean, to kind of obviously we all have our own certain opinions.
Yeah.
Man, that was for y'all that did see, for y'all that watch football, you guys seen what Tua has gone through. I'm surprised this man is still playing.
Correct. I mean, it's tough. It is tough to watch. It's tough to see. This is the sad part about the game.
Do not want to see that happen again. So, and hopefully he is staying healthy. But dog, you have a family. Just keep that in mind.
So we'll see. But yes, that's one where it's like, you know, so right now, so far, out of all of those 5 tiers, we got 2 question marks. And then we got one that's probably, I mean, he might have a case, you know, with Tua. I mean, he could probably, and I think that's his biggest thing to correct, you know, not to knock on him. I think that's his thing is just like, he just wants the opportunity to compete and be able to put in a position to succeed. And then while we're joking, we're laughing around it because he said it what he said, and obviously we throw fun at it.
It's real-ish though.
It is. Like, you know, when you go down the list and he's like, all right, there's not 32, then he just wants to be in the position. So he's basically like putting me in this spot.
And as his point, this is kind of why, and I'm talking about as Cuzzo's point, and as Will Levis's point, this is why we went directly into the list of all 32 quarterbacks, because this is what he would do. He would bring it down and be like,
what he probably did, what he probably already did.
Oh, without. I'm just saying, in terms of here, like, this is, I'm bringing you the list of all 32 quarterbacks. I will tell you exactly who I am better than.
Right.
And I mean, we're going through it and giving our opinions. So, so far we have 2 questionables and 1 possible fighting case.
2 and a pop for the Spades players. Shout out to God.
Jaden Daniels. We're still going. Jaden Daniels, 28.
No.
No. Michael Penix Jr.
No.
J.J. McCarthy.
No.
I don't like J.J. McCarthy as much, but no either. Shador Sanders.
Nah.
And Justin Fields.
No.
So I would say he has, like I said, I love the confidence.
3 opportunities.
I think he does have a point.
Yeah, out of 32, he made his point. Like, I mean, when you go down that list and you talk about and again, more than half of these could really change. You know what I mean?
Within half the year.
Within half the year they could change, which again adds more validation to his point of like, hey, if I'm in the mix for some of these jobs, I can possibly make the most out of them and get another opportunity. So it's tough, but that's a part of your job, big dog. Like, you just got to go out there and compete. You in camp, you know you're
as it is, and that's why the league is tough, man.
Like, you in front of the top draft pick, and like, hey, you made the decision to sign. Like, you're there, you signed there. You just got to go compete, and that's a part of it. You know, that's what we tell some of our players. Like, hey, we want to play. Some people want to compete and play next to some of the best athletes, best players, the best of the best, but they don't. When it come time, am I starting? Am I doing this? And when it come time to dividing up those roles, now everybody get amnesia. They forget real quick how this is supposed to work. So it's like, I think it's a perfect example of that, of just, hey, listen, don't be entitled. Go out there and work. Hey, if you better than that dude that's in front of you, go out there and show that you better than that dude that's in front of you. And if you don't do that, be okay with the role that you just got handed to you and maximize that role and get better. Like, and not only that, it's different. Like, you know, I'm talking about maybe high school, I'm talking about college or whatever the case may be.
It's funny that you even say that, because I was literally about to dig into that. I was like, what he is talking about essentially is really principles. And you learn that growing up. This is what you go through when you're going through sports and you're trying to get to where you're trying to get to. So along the line somewhere, like, I don't know if they lose it or essentially like losing touch of just a base of like, yo, this is what it's about. Like you got it's all a competition. You always got to fight. You know what I mean? And until you end up proving yourself to be one of those ones, and really once you're at the mountain peak and you know what I mean, you make it at the top. Like that's when you can kind of solidify yourself as, you know what, I've proven my point. But until then, like, even for instance, like, I mean, I'll kind of take into context like Lamar Jackson. Like Lamar, I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, but when it comes down to him having to get to that top dog, has Baltimore gotten there? It's disappointing. It is. It's very disappointing to see. And for some damn reason, Lamar Jackson.
He has to get over that hump, man. You can say what you want, but to go back to Will Levis, breaking down his contract, he's about to make, you know, upwards of $2 million this year. He's signed a 4-year rookie deal worth $9 million. Like, I mean, shit, man, go out there and do what you do. Like, and go out there and play out the duration of what your contract is. And if they let you go, hey, listen, I just went out here, I got better, I did what I needed to do. I'm still making money. I'm still able to provide for my family. And I'm still young. That's the thing. Like, dope, bro, you just got drafted in 2023. Like, you're still young, and I know he's itching, and I think that's more the reason. Like what you said, is just like, I can do this. I can do this. Like, and instead of just saying, yo, I'm gonna wait this out. I mean, because they drafted the 2 quarterbacks. You know what I mean? So just let it play out, man. Let it play out, and go out there and ball out.
You are more than likely probably not even gonna stay in Tennessee. So you know what I mean? Like, it's just
9 times out of 10, bro, you're not making it to this 4th year of this contract.
You know what I mean? Like and someone's gonna need you. So it's just staying ready, bro. Staying ready.
100%.
You were there.
And ball out and do what you do. But
so we went through all 32 quarterbacks. We had made our case. He had made his case. I don't know if y'all remember the last name that I said on that list. Do you remember?
What do you say?
You seen it? Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Fields.
Year 5. He is the last person that I said on that list. Man, Justin Fields came from Ohio State. I've always been an Ohio State fan since I was like 12 years old. Damn, like brother, what are we doing? What like 9 games last year? 9 games last year. 20. Like he's 62%, 63 if you want to round up in terms of his percentage of completion. 6.2 yards per pass attempt, like 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. This is looking well for 9 games, I guess you can kind of say, but he's not the passing quarterback that everybody thought, man. I don't know what to kind of think of it anymore. Like there's only so much mobility you can do.
I mean, and they keep throwing Justin Fields and his, you know, obviously his track record and what he's doing, like you said, year 5. But they just keep finding ways to pay this dude. You know, when the breakdown, fully guaranteed 5-year deal for the last year. This year, he's getting $20 million from the Jets, $10 million guaranteed. It's a $23 million cap hit with $20 million cash paid on there. You know, I feel like that's just crazy to me. Hopefully the production this year is a little bit different. Like I said, I think they're in a phase of where they just wiped out everything and just kind of seeing what they can do to rebuild. And I think these next 2 years are going to determine whether he's a part of that rebuild or not. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, being at that bottom.
Levis. No,
that's facts, yo. Hey, Will Levis, you might have something.
Hey, man.
Keep on the lookout. Keep on the lookout. But no, man, that's.
It's a very good point, cuz. Agent work, man. Make sure y'all get a good agent, because I'm telling you, that can help you out tremendously in life. With the whole set in stone, man. I mean, the NFL is coming up. I think we got some predictions. In terms of
the fun part,
up, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So predictions. We talking division predictions. All right. We're gonna start our way in the AFC, and we're gonna work our way down to the NFC, obviously to the end. But you know, I'll riddle off the teams. Y'all get y'all thoughts. Like we told y'all with the quarterback situation.
Leave some comments.
Leave some comments. Let us know what y'all think. You know, IG, YouTube, all of those different things, social media platforms. Let us know. So we're gonna start off with the AFC East. All right. So for those that don't know who's in the AFC East,
we'll break it down for you.
Yes.
So you guys can know
some
exactly.
People be making predictions and they be like, "Damn, I forgot who." I know I do. I'll be watching video. I'll be like, I don't even remember who all in there in the division.
What kills me with that is that I'll be asking people, yo, so who you think is gonna come out top AFC, NFC? And two people named 2 teams in the AFC.
Facts.
Like,
all the time.
All the time. Let me go ahead and
I hear that all the time,
because that cannot possibly happen.
Break it down for you real quick.
Break it down. so we have the AFC East, AFC North, AFC West, AFC South. And that is the same for the NFC.
Correct.
American Football Conference, National Football Conference, NFC West, NFC East, NFC South, NFC North. We're going to go through there's 4 teams in each division.
Correct.
We're going to go through all of these teams, and there has to be one that comes out to go to the playoffs. Typically, maybe 2 depending on wild card.
Starting with the AFC East, ladies and gentlemen. We have in the AFC East, we have the Buffalo Bills, all right? We got the Miami Dolphins, we got the New England Patriots, and we got the New York Jets. Cuz, I'm going to start with you. What you got? Who you got coming out of there?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I mean, as much as I don't like seeing, honestly, bro, it is what it is. Like, I think the Patriots are going to come out on top. Again, obviously, they came off of a very strong season. They didn't really lose much that I can at least know. At least I can remember off tops. In terms of what they had last year, they only built on. They have A.J. Brown now. So, I do have, obviously, the Bills. I think are always going to find some way to kind of scrap their way into it. Josh Allen is a very great quarterback.
They'll be a wild card team. They'll be in the mix.
Yeah, going back into the wild card, what we said earlier. But I think the Patriots do got that division on lock for a little bit, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't disagree with anything Cuzzo said. I think, like, barring any injury or anything like that, I think New England's going to take it. And then I think, the Bills are going to probably find their way in a wild card situation where they can get into the playoffs and still, be that team that you don't want to see. But as far as the division is concerned, I got the Patriots in that one. So, all right, we're gonna move on to the AFC North. AFC North. All right, who's in this pocket? We got the Baltimore Ravens, we got the Cincinnati Bengals, we got the Cleveland Browns, and then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who you got?
I mean, the AFC North's been on lock with. I can't say that actually. It's been a little wishy-washy for the past year.
Facts.
But I'm gonna say Baltimore just because of off expectations. Like I said, we all expect Lamar Jackson and them boys to pull it out. I mean, they have the team to do it. I'm gonna put them on top to win that AFC North division again. If they don't, it's just there's no words for it, dog. I really don't have no words. They don't have a strong division. Cincinnati that's probably the strongest that they do have. Cleveland obviously lost Myles Garrett. They don't. It's whatever in Cleveland. And Pittsburgh has been the most neutral team I could probably think of for the past decade. So, like if they don't come out on top of AFC North, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I'm going break his heart. I'm going Cincinnati. I'm gonna go Cincinnati. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Joe Burrow is gonna stay healthy. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he performs and actually shows up and moves the needle a little bit, and they take the division. I'm going out on a limb. I'm gonna see. We're gonna see.
Not a bad take.
We're gonna see. So that moves us down to the AFC South. We're going down to the dirty South really quick with the Houston Texans. All right, we got the Indianapolis Colts, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then we got the Tennessee Titans. What you got?
Houston is looking dangerous, man. Indianapolis obviously had a really good year, change of ownership. Rest in peace to Jim Israel, but. I'm gonna say I got Houston coming out of this one just because of their defenses. D'Amico Ryans knows what he's doing over there, man. I think CJ Stroud has personally taken a little I don't know if he's stagnant, if he's not moving, or if he's taking steps back, but he's definitely not looking like he was his first he had a slump sophomore year, really good rookie year. I don't know, we'll see, but I honestly think that Houston may be able to kind of overcome that division there.
Yeah, I'm going a different route on this one too, man. I'm going Jacksonville.
Oh,
I'm going Jacksonville with those guys over there. They're
very quiet.
They're sneaky. They're quiet.
They're a very quiet team.
They was running the numbers up last year.
They were. That's what I'm saying. Very quietly.
I think they coming back. Everybody's going to be healthy. I think they got enough in the tank to be able to take the division. So I'm going Jacksonville.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with them having enough in the tank. I still have Houston taking it, but I see Cuzzo's point for sure.
So, all right, so that moves us to the west side. Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Now, with this division, I'm going to be honest, this one is probably one of the most airy divisions in the AFC just because I feel like it could go any route. Los Angeles is my boy is a Los Angeles, and I told him I was going to talk about the Chargers on this pod. I can't stand the Chargers, bro. Like they're almost like Baltimore. It's like the West Coast Baltimore. They have all these expectations.
Weapons.
Justin Herbert is ranked as one of the top 5, top 10 quarterbacks all the time, and they just can't pull it through. So I'm gonna be honest with you, with this division here, I'm gonna go Denver. I'm gonna go Denver taking this top. Even though like Kansas City's coming back, they have Kenneth Walker over there now. Patrick Mahomes is gonna be coming back off of the ACL tear. It's going to be a fight, but I do think that with the addition that Denver has with what's the wideout's name? That went over there.
Waddle. They got Jalen Waddle.
And with the addition of Jalen Waddle, I think they may be able to get there. You know what I mean? I think Sean Payton is really the kind of the glue that holds that team together.
Yeah, I'm torn on this division, man, because I'm with you on Denver. You also can't ever count Kansas City out, so that just makes it difficult. I think Denver might be on a little bit of a kind of a high. I think they're going to be on a high, and they're probably going to get knocked down a little bit. I think they were riding
very high, especially after they beat Philly last year.
Super, after that they were just, you couldn't tell them nothing. That was their Super Bowl. So I think there's going to be a lot of changes. I agree with the Waddle pickup. That's a huge pickup. That's a sleeper pickup I think that people are like, it's going to be great for them. But I don't think that they're going to amount to what they were able to do. I think teams are going to adjust. I think other teams obviously got better. I'm going with Kansas City. I'm going different. I'm going to go back to the old guy. I think this is probably going to be the final couple of times of where they can be able to get their division. But I think, Kansas City with health, I think they're going to be able to take it. So we'll work our way from the bottom, working all the way up. So we'll go down to the NFC now. All right, we're on our division side now. We're going to go in the NFC West. We're going to go to the West side. We're going to stay on the West side. We're just going to move over to the NFC with the Arizona Cardinals, Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco, and Seattle.
That's probably one of the tough, and it has been for a while now. That's definitely one of the most intriguing divisions of the league. The Cardinals, minus them, just because the Cardinals do Cardinal things. But, I mean, you got the Rams, you got the Seattle Seahawks, and you got the 49ers. And those are all very vibrant teams. With the NFC West, dog, just because they had such heavy additions and this man might come out of retirement, I think I'm going to have to go with the Rams to take that division. Matthew Stafford is still looking pretty freaking sharp for the way that he's playing, and Puka Nacua, you know what I mean? It's just there's a lot of things that are moving in that place. And not to mention, I think they're on the road to trying to make another Super Bowl run if they can, while they still have Stafford. So I think the Rams might take that division. Yeah, man, I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. I've been going, obviously the opposite way in a couple of the last two divisions or so, but I'm going to have to everybody got their opinions, for sure.
No, I'm going to have to agree with the Los Angeles Rams on this one, especially with the key pieces that Seattle lost. I think them losing their running back.
That was crazy. Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, Super Bowl MVP. You got to find a way to keep them. I mean, obviously you re-sign your receiver, your top dog, so, I mean, that was great. I think they lost some little minor pieces in the back. Yeah, so I think with the additions of the Rams and then what Seattle lost, I think the Rams got the edge on that. Obviously, again, it's a tough division. Don't get it twisted. I think it's any given Sunday with that one, but give me the Rams in that one.
I'll take the Rams as well.
Yeah, so that moves us to the NFC South. We're going down to the dirty, dirty South with the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So I think it's funny that it's like ironically in this order, because we had just talked about the NFC West being one of the most craziest and probably brutal divisions. And then we go down to the NFC South, which is like one of the most lollipop divisions in the league.
Man, anybody can come out of there.
You can literally win probably 6 games in this division, maybe even 7, and still be like number 2. Like it
7-9, something like that.
And still possibly make the playoffs. That division is really bad. But I'm in terms of the NFC South, man, I'm gonna have to say Tampa Bay. I already don't really like this division. And Baker Mayfield, I feel like, kind of has something to prove because he had some controversy and some negotiations with his contract. And he thought the Bucs was going to give him a little bit more of time in terms of, I think they extended for maybe like 2 years.
They didn't even extend him yet.
They offered the 2 years.
They offered it.
And he thought it was going to be a longer deal. That's kind of roughed up there. But I think this is going to be a prove-it year for Baker. And I got Tampa Bay coming out of that one.
This one is tough for me, man, because I like what Carolina's doing. They're trending in the right direction.
I agree.
Tampa Bay is obviously where they are, and in Atlanta, man, I mean, at the end, I mean, they did what they did.
Penix can stay healthy.
I mean, it's just so it's hard for me. I'm gonna probably go with the Dirty Birds. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Just off of the simple fact that I think they got everybody. Yeah, Dijon and those guys back. I think they're gonna end up taking it. I think they end up splitting with Tampa Bay, and I think the other ones will go out from somewhere else. I think New Orleans is they get up there. They end up finding ways to win these games in the division. New Orleans does, and it ends up shaking up the whole division. So I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I think that's probably gonna be the who comes out of there with it. But yeah, it goes to the north. We're gonna go up top, man. We're going north. We're going Chicago Bears. You got the Detroit Lions. You got the Green Bay Packers, and then you got the Minnesota Vikings. All right, this is another tough division. I feel like could be anybody's game. For real. So
going from the west to the north, I do agree that this is one of probably the tougher divisions of the league.
Okay.
And man, like those teams, man. Chicago had a really high year last year, and I personally think that they may take a step back just because of how high they were last year.
Yep.
So taking this division, I'm probably gonna have to go with all reliable and say Green Bay.
Okay.
I think that Jordan Love has had more than enough time to be able to make take that next big step.
Yeah.
And not to mention, I mean, they have some real weapons over there. Obviously, they can strengthen up the wide receiver core because their receiving core is still, if they're not injured, you know, I mean, they can definitely beef it up a little bit more.
Yep.
But I think Green Bay still has some fight left in them.
Yeah, man, I'm not mad at that pick at all. Like, you know, I think you can go either way. I think you're probably in that pocket of the Chicago Bears, Detroit, and then Green Bay. Yeah. I think Minnesota's probably way back.
And the only reason I don't put, because like if you were to say 2 years ago, I would put Detroit, but I think the loss of that running back tandem between Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery really did